Jason Whitlock is a clown. Like, seriously, he is a clown. And I'm sure y'all don't need me to say that for y'all to know that. I'm sure y'all have seen plenty of other stuff he said on TV to recognize that from the jump. But today, like, I was literally disgusted. And I was just like, bro, it was just some ignorant stuff he was saying. It's ignorant. Ignorant. So, for those who don't know, Jalen Ramsey has taken paternity leave to be with his girlfriend as she's getting ready for the birth of their second child. Right? He was granted paternity leave by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And because Jason Whitlock feels that Jalen is using the child's birth as an excuse to not play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he is criticizing Jalen and saying that, Jalen doesn't take he's not taking it serious. The woman only needs you only need the woman and the doctor in the room to deliver a baby. He don't necessarily need to be there, and basically he can understand if the baby was just about to be born, but he thinks Jalen just using this as an excuse. He don't need to be there, and Jalen Ramsey doesn't take his situation with his woman seriously because they're not married and they're on a second child yet. He not taking it serious because he can't commit to anything. He can't even commit to her. He not married to her, so he not taking it serious and all this clown stuff. First of all, so it's highly ignorant to try to cast your beliefs on somebody else. Like, if he doesn't do everything that you want him to do, he don't take it serious. He not committed and he not serious with her, and he not doing her any favors and all this and all of that. First of all, that's none of our damn business. That's none of your business. That's none of my business. That's not the world's business if they're married or not. Second of all, you don't know what they got going on in their life. You don't know what they got planned for the future. They could be about to get married in a couple of months, and we don't know it. And because they're not married now, you ready to say something about it? It's really personal because it's not don't got nothing to do with the fact that they're not married. Jason Whitlock is just pissed. He mad because he don't like how Jalen is handling this situation. So he trying to call out Jalen in his personal life with personal matters by saying you're not even married to her. You're not even married to her. You're not doing her any favors. So it's personal. And again, we don't know what they got planned. They could be about to get married in a couple of months. Who knows? We don't know their personal details of their life. And for two, just because they're not married yet does not mean he does not value that woman. Does not mean he's not going to marry that woman. Does not mean he does not love that woman. Does not mean he doesn't see a future with that woman. For example, LeBron James had his second child with his wife, who was Savannah Brinson at the time. He had his second child with her in like 2007. They didn't get married until like 2012. However, they're living, from what we see, a happily married life. They're happy. They're on their third. They had their third child. They're living a life. They seem to be in love, madly in love, and they looking like they're living in bliss. And everything worked out. But because they weren't married when they had the second child, LeBron didn't care about her. He didn't love her, and he not doing her any favors, and he not serious about her and all of that. Come on, bro. Your timing, just because you feel like his timing don't match up to what yours would have been, like, you feel like he not serious about her, get up out of here, bro. That's that man's personal life, his personal matters. That ain't none of our damn business, for real. And the way you talking, I hope your parents was married, Jason Whitlock. I hope your parents were married when they conceived you, for one. The way you talking. So it's very personal. And I feel like he only did that, because Jason, he coon. He a coon, for real. He really is a coon. And people try to mask it as, why does everybody have to be a coon? Why do black people have to be a coon when they don't agree with the majority of black people? No, it's just not. You don't have to agree with the majority of black people. It's when you go out of your way to undermine the movement. Every movement that black people got going on, you go out of your way to undermine it. You try to downplay racism in every single situation and act like you don't know it exists. It's not around. It had no play. It had no. He always act like racism has no dealing in anything at all in the world. He acts like he one of them people that he adopted the colorless agenda, and he act like racism is not around and he don't see it, and he just Ray Charles to it. He don't see it at all. And I don't like dudes that do that. Like, bro, you are clearly, you know what's going on, and you try to act oblivious to it to play to the higher ups that you work for, right? So this point with him calling out Jalen Ramsey for not marrying the mother of his child, this was a ploy to talk about other black athletes by proxy, to try to take a jab at them. Y'all not marrying these women. Y'all not. I know what that was, and I recognize that energy from a mile away. So I know what that was. And look, me personally, I'm all for the black family staying together. I'm all for the two-parent household. I feel like that is very, very essential to the growth and development of a child. No lie. But just because they're not married now, I'm not gonna criticize that man. They could be they could be about to get married a month from now. Right after she delivered a baby, she get healthy, they probably get married then. Who am I to say that they need to get married right now, right then, right now? Like, I don't know. You don't know what they got going on. He probably got her already locked up and secure already, and then they probably get married and everything be fine and lovely. But even if they don't, that ain't none of our damn business, dog. Then you talking about only a woman, only person that needs to be in the delivery room is the woman and the doctor and all of that. And I can see if the baby was about to be born now, he gotta leave. I can see if the baby was about to be born now, he just leaving as an excuse. You don't know what medical condition she's suffering from. You don't know the state of her health. You don't know none of that. We don't know none of that. And you trying to attack this man because he leaving and, oh, look, he trying to take advantage and all of that, and because of how everything is playing out with Jacksonville. And like Mark Schlereth said, we don't know. For everything we know, Jacksonville could have gotten wind of, they know he having a baby, so they like, look, all right, we know you don't want to be here. We know you want to be traded. Hey, just go away from the team and we can work out a trade while you with your woman and y'all about to get ready for the birth of your second child. Maybe they sent him away. We don't know that. We don't know what's going on. But for him to try to criticize him for, oh, you ain't married and all of this, bro, Jason, do you got a woman, bro? Like, for real, the way you talking, like, everybody needs to be doing it this way and that, all of that, like, it's just clown stuff. Clown stuff to me. Like, bro, that ain't none of our damn business. And just because you feel like they should do it that way don't mean they gonna do it exactly the way you want them to do it. You know? That don't mean they gonna do it the exact way you want them to do it. He could be about to get married in a couple of months. Savannah and LeBron wasn't married when they first had their first couple of children, but they got everything locked down now, and they living in bliss. So, and I'm all for, look, again, I'm telling y'all, I'm all for the black family being together and two-parent households and all of that. But to try to do that, again, I know what Jason Whitlock was doing, man. I recognize what he was doing. Trying to call out other black athletes and you ain't even married to it. You don't take us serious. You ain't, all that. It's what? You don't know what's going on in that man's personal life? Shut your ass up. You don't know what's going on in their life. They could probably got everything locked up. We don't know nothing about it. But he don't need to be there with. You don't know what he may need to be there with her. She may be suffering from some type of medical conditions or something. Her health may be in jeopardy. We don't know. We don't know. You know, they getting mad because of the sickness and all of that. They like, oh, he act like he was sick and got a back tightness and all this and all of that. And, you know, okay, regardless of how you feel about him and the back tightness or him having a flu and all of that, saying he was sick and all of that, regardless of how you feel about that, the man is about to be there for the birth of his child. It's a beautiful thing to be there for the birth of your child. It's a blessing. Children are a blessing. But for him to try to go out there and cast aspersions and, oh, he ain't aspersions on, for him to try to go out there and cast aspersions on that young man because he ain't married to her right now and all of that, that's clown shit, bro. Bro. No. I don't like that. And I know people gonna come into this comment section. He was telling the truth. The black family need to be together. They need to take everybody serious. He can have babies with her. He can be married to her. They could be damn planning the wedding right now. It could be in the works right now. We don't know. That is not, and even if they wasn't, that's not none of our damn business. It's not. It's plenty of professionals that people admire in business that don't be married and be having kids like it ain't nothing with women. Don't be married at all. Would you tell The Rock he wasn't serious with his woman? The Rock just now proposing to his lady. I think he got 2 kids with her. Would you tell The Rock that? Because I know I'm sure Jason admires The Rock and all. You know, he seems like a real professional guy. Seems like a guy that does the right thing or says the right things all the time. Would you do that to The Rock? Would you do it to other dudes out here? The other dudes that you feel are pristine and squeaky clean and upright, would you say that to them? The Rock show didn't propose to that girl that he with now till he had 2 kids with her. So when she was giving birth to the second child, The Rock ain't serious about nothing in his life. He ain't taking nothing serious because he ain't married that girl, huh? Would you go on a rant like that with him? I don't like, bro. Nah, man. I wasn't feeling that at all. That was just clown out to me. And it wasn't none of our business. You know, but here we go. Dude come again, throwing some ignorant stuff out there. And he ain't serious about her because I ain't taking it serious because he ain't like with that whole demeanor, like you ain't taking it serious with the baby because he ain't serious about the girl. And bro, stop it, man. Stop it. That man want to be there with his woman while she had a child. Let him be there. For all we know, Jacksonville could have sent him away. We don't know what's going on. They could have said, you know what, you want to get traded anyway. Things not working out. Listen, we're going to try to find out the best deal, figure out the best deal to move you. In the meantime, go be with your lady for the birth of your child. And that's how they going to handle the business like that. But here come dude. Here come dude, man. It's just always doing some clown stuff. Always got to go against the grain. Always got to come out and say some extra stuff that nobody else gonna speak on, like, you ain't married if you ain't. Bro, what? Because I'm sure it's a lot of people he respects that don't even believe in marriage. A lot of pristine people that aren't athletes and none of that, all of that. A lot of people he respects, like Jason Whitlock, probably bow down to kiss their feet. And a lot of them don't believe in marriage, nor do they can have babies with women. And I ain't talking about just black people. So I'm talking about people of other ethnicities, because they do it too. So, and they have children with women, and a lot of them don't even believe in marriage. They're like, I'm rich. I'm not getting married to no woman. I'm not letting no woman take my money after something happened that she don't like. They don't get married to them. So would you look at them as childish and not committed because they ain't signed no paper over with their woman and be married with their woman yet? And again, we don't know. Jalen Ramsey. I'm so mad. I'm talking fast, super fast. But for all we know, Jalen Ramsey could be having marriage already in the works with this woman. They could be about to be married later. She probably say, you know what? I'm about to have a baby. Let me get back down to my size. Let me get back to look how I want to look. And then we can have a wedding and we can do it like that. They could have had that talk already. But here comes Jason Whitlock. He know every damn thing. He know everything about people's life. And when he mad, he take it personal. When he pissed, he take it personal. And he like to throw little jabs and do all this other stuff. And I be sensing what that message right there would need to be married to her. I'm sure it's a lot of his higher ups that probably like that message, or people that he worked for that like that message. And he was doing that to kiss butt. All that damn tap dancing he be doing, all that tap dancing he be doing, man, I don't feel none of that. I don't feel none of that, man. All that acting like racism don't exist and all of that to kiss up to his superiors' butts. Like, I don't honor that at all. Clown stuff. Clown stuff, man. He be out here making dog whistles. Having all these, negative connotations for black people, like black people victims all the time. Always he throw that stuff out there. He throw the pick yourself up by the bootstraps rhetoric out there for black people, when it's obvious that black people are in situations there. Black people are facing disadvantages or prejudices. He goes by that. You're being a victim. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. LeBron, you don't face racism because you're rich. Even if you're a black man in America, you're still rich, so it doesn't affect you. As if LeBron didn't come from Akron, Ohio, with all the stuff, like from the inner city, where I'm sure a lot of people are oppressed, and a lot of people face a lot of prejudice every single day. Like LeBron ain't come from there. He the one that he's the one that regurgitates those pick yourself up by the bootstraps talking points. Those what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, pick yourself up by the bootstrap talking points. He say that all the time to I guess appease his higher ups or appease the listeners that he has, because he know that is the agenda that they love. So he falls in line and he say all the stuff that they want him to say, so he can stay on TV and stay in his job and stay in a prominent position. And I don't feel that shit at all, man. I don't fly with that. And I don't like what he said about Jalen Ramsey at all. Because we don't know what that man's personal situation is with his woman. We don't know about what her health condition is. We don't know none of that. And he come out here, they ain't married, he ain't taking it serious. Why? Basically insinuating why he need to be there. Only the woman only needs the doctor and her and all that, bro. Seriously. My man be out here doing he out here using all the rhetoric about black people being victims and all of that. All the stuff that a certain crowd of people love to hear about black people. That we just make everything up, that, you know, we just victims all the time and all of that. They love to hear that. And they love to hear it coming from a black man because they want somebody to say, see, he gets it. See, he gets it. See, black people commit crimes because their people they're born out of wedlock. And these athletes need to marry these women and all that. And that's where they come from him saying all this. That's where all that came from him with saying this stuff about Jalen Ramsey. But it really spewed from him not liking how Jalen Ramsey is handling everything. So he said, you know what, I'm going to fix him. I'm going to go on TV and say this. And I'm going to make him mad and make people mad because I don't give a damn. I'm going to fix Jalen Ramsey for what he's saying. And that's why he came on TV and said what he said, man. But I'm done, man. All that clown stuff, y'all seen that today, man. I just was like, dude is he is a character, man. This dude is really out here. He be out here acting like Sambo out here. For real. I don't, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. Peace.